All right, day 2, documenting the cold plunge experience here just for myself and for anyone else who might be interested in doing this for whatever reason. You might be wanting to do this. So a little bit of a problem yesterday. If you can show this, Ella. I hooked up in addition to my thermostat having ozonizer and a filter inside here. You can show that, Ella. So here's my, I don't know if that's a thermocouple or something that gets my temperature, and my filter is in here. So now I'm continually cooling the water, continually cleaning the water, adding ozone to the water to keep out any bacteria. Always bathe before I get in, just so I don't have to swap out the water very often. Hopefully this water will last me a long time. It would be a big process to drain, fill, and recool a bunch of water. So today, because of that, I screwed up and I plugged the plug for the thermostat into the heating outlet, not the cooling outlet. And we lost a couple degrees in temperature. The good news is this, even though it was off for probably close to 24 hours, it only warmed up by a couple degrees. And so we're still in the moderate cold plunge temperature range. When I first started looking into this, I didn't look too hard when I saw that between 50 and 60 degrees would give me all the benefits I needed. I was like, say less, don't tell me anymore. 50 degrees is good enough. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go colder to get some of the benefits that I'm after. I'm not in this because I'm an athlete and trying to recover anything. I'm just looking to feel good mentally. I want that mental boost. I want that, whatever it is that makes you put a smile on your face. That's all I'm after. So we're at 55.8 degrees. My daughter is going to do this after me. She doesn't want to be on camera, so we'll just include me on here. But we'll just go for what we did yesterday. Not going to try to act tough. If I'm cold, you'll be able to tell. You can come around this side, sweetheart. One. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Not quite as dramatic as yesterday. Talking to a buddy on Facebook, he does this at 40 degrees for about 10 minutes, and he says that his hands get really cold or sensitive to the cold at 40 degrees. So I just went ahead and bought some warm wetsuit gloves on Amazon. I ordered those. I don't see any benefit of having cold hands. Oh, hey babe, go behind me and turn this switch off. That white box, can you see it?
Yeah.
Flip that switch off.
Switch?
Yeah, there's a switch on the back side of that white block. Okay. All right, you can come back around. So, one of my safety precautions for this is that I turn all the power off to all of the things running in here, and I didn't do that this time. So, thankfully I survived, but I'll try to be more careful in the future. The reason I use a switch on the plug instead of unplugging it is just to leave the ground plugged in, and that might bleed off any residual charge left over in any capacitors on the compressor for the freezer. But I survived that, so good for me. You guys could have seen something cool. I was joking with another guy yesterday about titling this idiot dies in cold plunge. And I guess I probably almost did. So there's two ways I can tell how the power is off. I have a light bulb here on the lid, but I also have my thermostat and ozone liner that have indicating lights on them. So once I flip that switch, I have indication that power is isolated. So do what, baby? Just speak up. I can't hear you.
How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Are you more used to it than yesterday?
It doesn't feel as cold as it did yesterday, which is good news because I've got to work myself down about 13, 15 degrees. And yesterday I did a whole lot of breathing when I first got in. I didn't feel like I needed to do as much breathing this time to sort of calm myself down. I don't feel that uncomfortable at all. I don't know if the additional 2 degrees that I increased the temperature because I had it off is a factor, or if just doing it yesterday somehow gave me some acclimation, but this is very manageable. People were asking me yesterday the benefits of it. Yesterday I felt the best when I was in the tub. Towards the end, I ended up getting out just because I had to get out at some point. My initial goal was 5 minutes. I ended up doing 16. I felt really good in the tub. I don't think I got the benefits that I hoped for. I think I was hoping that the cold plunge would be a panacea, a little cure-all for all my woes. And, I didn't feel as wonderful as I had hoped for hours on end yesterday after the cold plunge. It did take me longer to warm up than I expected. I think I expected to just get out and immediately start warming up, but my skin stayed pretty cold for probably at least an hour afterwards, I bet. I'm not cold-natured, so I don't know, just documenting the experience. I looked up yesterday on ChatGPT is where I get all my information for my whole entire life, and whenever it's wrong, it'll most likely be guiding me wrong because I like to go one place for information, and I know it's not perfectly reliable. It's fairly reliable. So yesterday I asked it why I was able to hold my breath longer in the cold plunge, and it said when you're in the cold water, your body isolates your limbs and tries to provide warmth to your vital organs. So it mentioned something about managing CO2. I'll have to reread what it said about that, but basically I just wasn't needing as much oxygen because I wasn't needing to oxygenate my whole body, which explained why my hands probably got so cold yesterday. They're just not getting as much blood as everything constricts to protect the organs. Yeah, so I sort of mentioned before why I'm doing the cold plunges. Most of my morning ritual is based around mental health. For whatever reason, I struggle with anxiety, not in like I'm worried about specific things, but I usually wake up with this, not usually, but oftentimes I wake up with a feeling of just irritation in my body. It's like an irritating buzz, and it can be pretty hard to shake. So I run in the mornings. I only run for about 12 minutes, just about 1.5 miles, just to either burn off whatever's causing that or help build up the good stuff that combats that. I don't know the science behind it. I just know it helps, and my folk science tells me that the bad stuff's either getting burned off or being overcome with something good. Something in the ballpark of that, and that's probably close enough. So I do my run in the mornings. I do here lately I've added to my morning ritual just sitting in the sun with my shirt off, getting some vitamin D while I drink my coffee, do my Wordle, play on my little New York Times games I do. Now I'm adding the cold plunge. It's a lot of effort to feel good, and I wish I just woke up feeling good. I think a lot of people do, and they can't relate to what it's like to just wake up feeling bad with this feeling of anxiety. But I'm just taking the medicine that I think works for me. Running, I don't like it, but I know it's effective medicine, so I take my medicine every day. Cold plunge, we will see how effective it is, and so far it doesn't taste too bad, but I'm taking it. What is it, baby? You can talk on camera. My daughter's going to get in here afterward. She wanted me to warm the water up a little bit for her. Let's see where we're at time-wise. We hit 7 minutes on my watch, but I also started it late again. I'm not used to talking, period. Humans included, but definitely not to a camera. So that threw me off this morning. Not focusing on all the things I need to focus on as far as isolating power to the tub and starting my watch. I was also joking with a guy yesterday about getting views. I mentioned, had I entitled my first, he said he fast forwarded to minute 14 in the cold plunge, and it looked like I was dead. That's where I was practicing holding my breath. I think initially I was just trying to get my face under the water. But once I started holding my breath, I didn't really feel this need to come up, which I thought was interesting. So he fast forwarded to a point where it looked like I was dead, and he was wondering who uploaded the video. So I joked about, had I titled the video "Idiot Dies in Cold Plunge," I probably would have got 1 million views. But I'm not after views for this. I think I'm just, like I said, documenting the process for myself. And if there's people who struggle with the same kind of things that I struggle with, if I can help them in the process, I want to do that. I don't like seeing people struggle, and if I could help someone in addition to helping myself, a good win-win for everybody. I'm probably going to shoot for at least 15 minutes again. I'm probably going to edit out some of this where I'm not talking, where I'm just relaxing and being in the moment. Maybe in the future I'll come with interesting things to talk about. So this one-way conversation, at least currently, might be a little bit more interesting. I guess I can talk about how I built the cold plunge. I watched one video on YouTube of a guy who converted a chest freezer to a cold plunge. It seemed as easy as I guess it could be. So he used what's called JB water weld for the seams. I have a plastic or fiberglass liner inside of here. It's probably plastic. And it does have various seams in it. So all you do is you rough up the surface with some sandpaper. You use the JB water weld to add an initial layer of protection over all the seams. And then you go back and you add this pond coating. I don't know the name of it. But you add the pond coating in here. And so far it seems like it's holding water. I was initially concerned between the weight of the water and my weight. It might open a seam up somewhere for leakage, but so far so good. So the JB water weld sucked to work with. I think I would, if I was to do this again, I would maybe look at using just a silicone caulk that is compatible with the pond coating.
Wait, you made this?
I did not make the freezer. I bought the freezer off Facebook Marketplace. It was brand new. Some guy got a really good deal on it from Lowe's, and I got a good deal on it from him. I'm trying to remember the cubic feet of this. I think this is a good size. I can sit in here down to my shoulders, fairly spread out. And I think you want to probably get around 15 cubic meters. No, 15 cubic feet. I feel like that's a good size. You want a plastic or fiberglass liner, whatever this is. You don't want to have the tin or aluminum liner in there. I don't think that's going to work as well and seal up as well. I got a cooling thermostat. I don't know what that costs, maybe 50 to 80 bucks. I got a filter and ozonizer for somewhere between 50 and 80 bucks. I think in all, the chest freezer cost me 300 bucks. The accessories probably cost at most another 300 bucks. So 600 bucks for, I think, a really good cold plunge. I think it's a good deal. The best thing about the chest freezer is you're not having to go to the store and buy ice every day or constantly be making ice in a freezer. It allows you to set a specific target temperature and maintain that. And this is insulated, so I think this is the best thing for it. You don't want to be adding ice. You want to be just maintaining temperature with something that's designed to cool. So, yeah, babe. Yeah, just speak up. I can't read lips. I can't read lips. I don't know what you're saying. Just say it. If it's weird, don't say it. Whatever it is. All right, we're going on 14 minutes. If you want me to talk about something, you're going to have to say it. I can't read lips. The video's been going for 20 minutes. Well, I talked for several minutes before I got in, so. Yesterday I mentioned the pain, the stinginess on my skin. It's not like I don't feel the cold on my skin, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. I think for the sake of science, I will try to hold my breath again just to see how it compares with yesterday. I didn't look at my watch, so I'll have to check the footage, see how we did. I probably pushed myself a little bit longer this time than I did yesterday.
Like a little over a minute.
A little over a minute, come on.
I don't know.
Had to be longer than a minute. We'll see.
I said a little
over. The tape
over.
don't lie. The tape don't lie. So we've been in here well over 17 minutes. And much like yesterday, I didn't feel like getting out. I think just again, I just feel good. I feel, you know, my skin feels chilled. But I feel good. I just feel like I could be in here for much longer. But, and again, since we're already at 18 minutes, or 18 and a half, we'll go ahead and shoot for 20 minutes. Might as well have a nice round number.
And if anyone has any questions, they can comment it below and we'll try to answer it.
They can comment their questions. I won't tell you to like and subscribe, but I will be trying to do this regularly. Maybe it's accountability also. I know nobody wants to see me have a conversation with myself in a tub of water. I'm not too much to look at, so there's really not a whole lot it makes it inviting. But if you are interested in doing this, there might be value in that. So for that reason, and if that reason alone, I'll do it. All right. It's 19 and a half on the watch. I was probably 30 seconds in or so before I started it again. The dollar's going to get in. I will report how that goes tomorrow in our video. But that's it for now. You can stop it, babe.